If we're looking at, let's say, top 5 fixtures
Yep.
in the Isuzu UTE A-League, which game ranks where for you? I'm going to say, off the bat, Sydney Derby's number 1 for me. I think it gets the best atmosphere. It's the most ferocious between the sets of fans and the players on the pitch.
Agreed.
But where do you go the 4 after that, in which order?
I think because of the history and just because of the size of the two clubs, I think the Big Blue's second for me because, any time the draw's done before the season, you're looking at when's the Big Blue going to happen, because that's always such an exciting game for similar reasons, because it's two absolute juggernauts of the league kind of going head to head. I think the Melbourne Derby is my third one. I think it is, two teams that have been hugely successful, and from a footballing point of view, it's normally has repercussions, I guess, for the final league table or for silverware. They're always big games and two teams that are very competitive. So, but I guess there's other games like the New Zealand Derby, which is kind of just maturing. But I think that we've seen enough from that'll probably be up there in a similar kind of discussion to the Melbourne Derby. I mean, where have you put the Melbourne Derby?
So truth be told, I had the Melbourne Derby as 5th. I had Sydney Derby as number 1.
Yeah.
Big Blue number 2. Recency bias, sure. New Zealand Derby is number 3, just because I love the Yellow Fever have been kind of flying the flag on their own. If we're talking about fans in particular over there, as Wellington Phoenix have for New Zealand football, but the Port and what Auckland have brought in so far this season, they're not, on the face of it, an active supporter group, like the Cove, the RBB, Melbourne Victory, whatever it may be. They remind me, where I grew up, they remind me of like an English-style fan base where the songs they sing are fun.
Yeah.
They get into it. They're creating a great atmosphere. Go Media Stadium has probably been the hottest ticket in town this season. The crowds have been brilliant. And I just love what they have brought to this derby.
Yeah.
Number 4 was the original rivalry.
Yeah.
And then, of course, number 5, the Melbourne Derby.
No, original rivalry is definitely up there for me as well.